Kirby Air Ride. Originally released in Japan July 11th, 2003, and October 13th, 2003 in North America. It is a game considered by many who own the title during its original run to be one of the greatest racing games on the GameCube. Despite this, however, the game has faced harsh reviews from big gaming reviewers such as IGN, Metacritic, and GameSpot.com. But why do critics hate Kirby Air Ride? Well, many hate the simplicity, as the game literally only uses 2 controls. And they dislike the fact that this game is not a serious racing title. I'm here to talk about everything I and many others love about this game, and why you should consider trying it out for yourself. Firstly, one of my favorite things I love about this game is the simplicity. This is something critics hate, but come on, it's a Kirby racing game for crying out loud. Did you expect Need for Speed mechanics? The game has only 2 controls, control stick and boost. The game can literally be played with one hand. The simple controls make the game easy for just about anyone to pick up. The simple controls do not make the game any less fun once you realize that this game is a party racer. It's not a game to be played competitively. It's a game to be played amongst friends after a few beers, or kids who just want a fun, colorful, multiplayer gaming experience. The game's ability to be picked up and played without any confusion is one of my favorite parts about the game. One of the biggest reasons why people love Kirby Air Ride is the game mode City Trial. City Trial places you and 3 other friends, or CPUs, into a reasonable sized open environment map, allowing you to play however you want. The premise of City Trial is to ride around, breaking boxes to collect power-ups, using different air ride machines and disrupting other characters' progress by finding and attacking them in the city within a specified time limit in order to compete and win in the final stadium event. The last event could be anything from an air ride race, destruction derby, even a minigame that requires 1 or more skills to be reasonably powered up in order to win big. There's also a game mode called Stadium within the City Trial menu that will allow you to play each stadium game that you've played previously outside of a City Trial setting in order to unlock things for the checklist or just to be played for fun. The city has many different events that happen randomly, such as fog, a boss battle, UFO spawn, and even freaking meteor showers. No 2 games of City Trial end up the same. City Trial was put into the game as a side attraction to complement the main game mode, which is Air Ride, the more standard racing game mode. But City Trial ended up being the most memorable and most played game mode within Kirby Air Ride. Nintendo actually used the City Trial formula recently in Super Smash Bros. 3D, in a game mode called Smash Run. This game mode had players put in a labyrinth collecting power-ups within a certain time limit to duke it out in a final showdown at the end. The last thing I want to talk about within City Trial is the free run mode, which allows you to enjoy the city freely with any vehicle of your choosing with no fear of hazards or other players. The next thing I love about Kirby Air Ride is the variety of air ride machines. Especially in the City Trial game mode, there is a machine for every single event, and no 2 individual machines feel alike. For example, you have the Warp Star, which is the most well-rounded. You have the Wing Star, which has the best base gliding stat, but lacks a bit in the speed department. And the Formula Star, which has the highest base top speed, but lacks in the handling and boost. Every individual machine has its own set of pros and cons, meaning there's not one individual air ride machine that could be the best in every single event. Another thing I love about this game is the checklist. This feature is a completionist wet dream. There's a different checklist for each game mode, and each checklist has 120 check boxes, making a grand total of 360 check boxes. Each box contains a different in-game challenge that you may or may not normally try to do in the game. Some checkboxes even unlock things such as in-game music, different color Kirbys, and more. Trying to complete the checklist is a very fun thing to do with friends, and you can find yourself spending many hours trying to get all 120 checkboxes in your favorite game mode. Lastly, one of my favorite parts about Kirby Air Ride is the Air Ride game mode. I know I've mostly only talked about City Trial, but I really do like the Air Ride mode. There aren't many tracks, but they all feel unique, and they all have really cool features. To start, you only have the Warp Star unlocked, and you have to unlock the rest of the Air Ride machines through the checklist. You can adjust individual racers' handicaps, which is good if you want to play with someone who's never played before and want to give them an edge, or if you want to give yourself a bit of a challenge. And also, you can adjust CPU level if you are playing with any CPUs, obviously. Like any racing game, there is a time attack mode allowing you to try to complete each course as fast as humanly possible, and of course a free run mode just like in City Trial, allowing you to ride around and explore each course. Wait, before I go, I actually want to talk about the third core game mode, Top Ride. Now Top Ride was never my cup of tea, but I'm sure any hardcore Kirby Air Ride fans out there would be pretty pissed if I didn't at least mention it in this video. Top Ride is a considerably simpler version of Air Ride, played from a top-down perspective. There's only 2 stars available in this game mode, the Steer Star, which only turns in 2 directions, and the Free Star, which can be steered in any direction you choose. There are exclusive maps in this mode, and it is a much shorter race than Air Ride. It's a neat little mini-game style mode, but me personally, I don't see it as anything much more than that. These things I've talked about in today's video are only a few of the things I love about this game, and I could honestly go on for about an hour and go really in depth about everything that makes this game great. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, please consider hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. We're on the road to 200 subs. Be a part of that milestone, and hopefully I will see all of you beautiful people next time.